What we can speak about now as our next stage is an interesting metzius when looking at the sedras building up to the 3 weeks and connecting them to the Chorban. So first of all, if we take the etymology of the word Chorban, Chorban Beis Hamikdash, the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash, the word Chorban itself, the etymology of the word means heat. It means separation, breakdown, dry. And when something is burnt, it's separating from each other. So we have this idea of Chorban meaning separation and fracture. But it's actually interesting because if we look at the Parshios leading up to the Chorban, starting with Shlach Lecha, moving from Shlach Lecha to Korach, then Chukas is a whole conversation within itself. Chukas is actually the beginning of our healing, but then we fell again into Balak. But we see a theme. Shlach Lecha is about separation. Shlach Lecha is moving away from the whole. They wanted to be separated from Tafkid, as the Mefarshim explain. And if we look at Korach, for example, Vayikach Korach. Korach is about separation. It's breaking away. It's not about the whole. It's about the part. If we look at Balak, what's interesting with Balak, for example, in Perek Kaf Gimel, Pasuk Yud Gimel, Balak tells Bilam, come to this area where you can see part of the Jews, not all of the Jews, in order to curse them. Again, this idea of separation. So what we see is that the lead up, especially as we know from Parsha Shlach Lecha, is very much about separation. And these three parshios really are an expression of where the Jews were within themselves. They weren't living as a spiritual nation having a physical experience. They were living as a physical nation having a spiritual experience. And this is part of the major problem that we experience. This is actually the root of Sinas Chinam, that we know the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed. We have the Chazal in Gittin 55a, Kamsa bar Kamsa. We have, for example, in the Gemara of Yuma 9a, that Sinas Chinam was the cause of the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash. What we can share is that Sinas Chinam really stems from the inability to be part of the whole, that we're separated. We are a physical being having a spiritual experience instead of a spiritual being having a physical experience. Think about that.